It's Friday night and I went to the grocery store and got Green and Black's dark chocolate with candied ginger. Ooh, look at that. There's candied ginger pieces in here. And this is 60% cacao, which is not too dark, but I really love this brand. I also got these barbecue veggie chips. I usually am not a chip person, but I decided to pick these up today. I also got these granola bars. Made Good chocolate drizzle. Like sprinkles inside, so it's nice. It's also vegan because you usually can't find vegan like a rainbow dip sprinkle granola bars. Got these Free Yum soft baked oatmeal chocolate chip cookies because I love soft baked cookies, and these are like a little snack because they're individually wrapped and portable. This is not an ad. I just picked up snacks because I wanted to try them out. These over here, vanilla Camoro, green tea, indigo punch. Let's see how high we can pile them before they fall. Chocolate mint, black, okay, I'm gonna stop. Black currant, Earl Grey, pears. And now, this was 50% off, a ginger lemon. It's gonna be so good. Oh, and Victorian London Fog. And I got the spiced black holiday tea as well. So I love Harney and Sons. I have been buying Sweet Loren's cookie dough. It's actually a gluten-free cookie dough. It's made of potato starch, tapioca flour, and oat flour. And this is so, so good. They make different flavors. Like, they make double chocolate. They make salted caramel chocolate chip, I think. I think there was like a caramel chocolate chip flavor, but this one is the best. And they also make this in reduced sugar. So there's only 6 grams of sugar per cookie. And these, I put them in the air fryer. And then I fry them until like the edges are just crispy enough and the inside is chewy, and they're so good. I'll show you what they look like. So it comes in a pack that looks like this. And then you can individually take each cookie and like eat it raw if you want, because there's actually no eggs or milk or anything, any flour in it. Also got avocados because this bag was like $2. And then the other bags with slightly bigger avocados with like, it was like $8, which is a very big price difference. And so I got this as a, I think this was a steal for $2. I really like putting my dark chocolate in the freezer because it gets even crunchier. I throw this in the freezer and when it's frozen, then I break it off and it's like crispy, almost crunchy, very crunchy. We are making cookies. Probably put a cookie sheet, but I don't feel like it. So we're going hardcore without any wax paper. Okay, the cookies are almost ready. This is one of the best barista style milks that I have found that froths and steams, doesn't have added oils, and it has minimal added sugar. It is very expensive, like $8 per carton. If you're not buying lattes out otherwise, then that's almost like 4 to 5 lattes per container, right? And it's like $2 or less per cup. It's like 10 p.m. I made teriyaki tofu. This recipe's on my blog actually, peanutpalette.com. And I made pad thai rice. So I got the inspiration because I made pad thai noodles, and then once I didn't have noodles and I used rice instead, and I think I had to adjust the proportions a little bit, but I ended up making a recipe for pad thai rice, and it's also on my blog. Yesterday, I literally chopped off all of my hair. So it was actually like almost down to my butt, and then I just chopped it off. Actually just took my braid and then I cut it off. But I have to get a proper haircut, but at least it's much easier to manage now. It's so foggy. Look at that pumpkin patch. And also like this tree. You probably don't see them now because like I think they all fell off, but they had like literally like hundreds of plums on this tree. I want to talk about this because it's a French hairpin, and all you do is you twist up your hair in a bun and you kind of, there's a little bit of a process to put it in, but I kind of figured it out. I am running a half marathon, 21 kilometers. That's coming up in a few days. So I'm waiting for my running belt to come in. I'm also watching Love is Blind because the new season just got released. Not actually paying that much attention to what's going on, but there's a lot of drama. Also got this cup from Amazon because I love going to cafes and making it feel like I bought coffee in like a cafe cup.
I did the conversation like within 30 seconds.
Okay, I made this dried blueberry macadamia nuts mix. It's from this company called Blueprint, and I love it because it's like dehydrated, like dried blueberries, but there's no sugar, nothing added, and macadamia nuts mixed together, so you could top it on anything, and it gives it such a nice crunch, but it also has like antioxidants. And then apples and cinnamon and apple butter, which is actually just apples and apple cider vinegar. I got it at a apple cider mill, so it was made fresh over there. Right outside my window, I'll show you guys. It's very like fall vibes because I see this really, okay, I put these on when I was in like 10th grade, so don't judge me here. But I really get like fall vibes from looking outside of the window. It started getting so cold out last week that I had to dress like it was middle of December. So yeah, maybe it's just me because I run cold. But anyways, there is a half marathon this coming Sunday. I've been training for it since last year. I was gonna run it last year. I got COVID and now I booked it for like next year. So like this coming weekend. And it's a 21 kilometer half marathon, my first ever marathon. I mean, I haven't like even run like a 10K or anything before. I only had to run 5K in gym class in 9th grade. I'm making a roasted butternut squash and sweet potato. And then I'm also making this like Japanese cold silken tofu. So it's like sesame oil and ginger and all of these things just whisked together, like pour it over the cold silken tofu. And it's like such a cool little dish. I had a phase where I was like doing this all the time because it was so easy and quick to make. I am watching Only Murders in the Building as I cook.
Guys, we used to be three lonely weirdos living in the Arconia. Podcast ding dong when we run out of leads.
Looks like. Actually, I only had like a third of the tofu block left. And it kind of broke as I was taking it out because if you know silken tofu, it's very difficult to remove from the container without breaking because it's so soft unless you completely turn the container upside down. So this, it's very easy to just scoop and eat it, kind of like a tofu pudding, but it's not pudding. Okay, so I'm gonna do an unboxing. This is Basque Skincare. This is not sponsored. I was just looking for a sunscreen that had cleaner ingredients and I ended up finding Basque because I saw this like picture of a woman who was aged, like her face hadn't aged, but her neck looked very old. And it was like a picture showing the difference of like, this is what happens when you only apply sunscreen to your face for decades, but not to your neck. So I always end up applying it on my neck, the back of my neck, my hands, like everywhere. I apply sunscreen even on cloudy days. They make a completely invisible sunscreen gel that can be used on your face. So I'm getting that for the first time as well as my spray-on. The only thing about the spray-on though is it's too big and it can't go in a carry-on. It has to go in a check-in bag. So I actually got two of these. It's non-aerosol invisible mist sunscreen broad spectrum SPF 50 continuous spray water and sweat resistance 80 minutes. So I guess you reapply it every 80 minutes. And it comes in a pack of 2 because it's cheaper to do it that way. And it is vegan, cruelty-free, benzene-free, antioxidant enriched. Okay, they all say like antioxidant enriched. Sometimes I don't like all the buzzwords because I'm like, I feel like it doesn't really mean anything, but this is what the bottle looks like though. This has actually been a go-to, like at home, or if I can travel with it, like if I'm not flying and I can travel with it, like this is my go-to sunscreen. This is a broad spectrum SPF 40 daily invisible gel sunscreen. This is what I'm gonna basically use more on my face now, and then the rest of it's like for below the face. Look, yeah, okay. Ooh, yeah, there's a little seal on it. Ooh, you see that? It's like basically completely clear. You could even pat this on top of makeup. You don't have to like rub it in super hard. Like, you know, in sunscreens, like a thick white cream and it's like gonna leave white marks all over you. Now, we are going to put all of this away because it is still the middle of the workday and I should get back to work. I did stop by one of my favorite cafes, which was like the best thing to happen to this town was that coffee shop that is like 5 minutes down the road from my house. We needed a cafe in this town because the closest cafe was like outside of the town where you kind of got into the city. I got a cowboy cookie. Ooh. It's like a mixture of like chocolate chips and pecans and oats. I feel like oatmeal chocolate chip cookies are very underrated. So this is like oatmeal chocolate chip with nuts, which is like, actually I would probably prefer oatmeal chocolate chips even over regular chocolate. I also got a maple macchiato. I have a dentist appointment today as well because I had braces like 5+ years ago, and in the long run, after my braces came off, they gave me a retainer to wear for the first 5 years on the, like when I go to sleep, on the top of my teeth, like a permanent wire on the bottom of my teeth so they wouldn't shift. But the wire broke, so I have to go in and get that fixed. One more thing, I'm reading this book called The Blue Zones of Happiness, and it actually talks about how to build happier communities. So the person who wrote this book talks about this like Blue Zones committee group, which kind of has these specific things that they go and implement into different towns to make the entire community happier for their health and for like social aspects and for having pride in what they do at work, having purpose in what they do at work and what they do after work. Like there's so many aspects that go into making a healthier community. Like they were talking about in Denmark, it has one of the highest rates of people like cycling to work. And so the city is made to be very like cyclist and pedestrian friendly. Longer commute times and more time people spend in cars, it has statistically been shown to be like an unhappier community. From my understanding, it's that a lot of Denmark is made to be like cyclist friendly, which makes for an overall happier country. What a nice blue sky. And look at this tree. I put these on when I was a kid. Don't judge me. This tree is like my favorite tree because I can see it changing colors throughout all seasons. It's a really like nice blue sky today. Anyways, I'm gonna get back to work. Okay, so I'm going to a pumpkin patch with my friends. It's in Michigan. It's about like an hour drive. I didn't need to stop. But I did stop at this cafe near my house to get this elderberry hibiscus tea. Also because I'm like kind of hungry, but I don't feel like chewing on anything, but I did want a tea because I won't be back until like 4 or 5 p.m. But now we have to drive to the pumpkin patch. I'm stuck in the tunnel right now. It's going very, very slow. This is the tunnel that connects my city to the US. Somebody please explain to me why the maps was showing 40 minutes to get to this pumpkin patch and now it's like an hour and a half. Like it as I was driving, the time kept increasing as the traffic was getting more and more packed at the tunnel. I'll show you what it looks like as you kind of enter into the US from the tunnel. So here's like customs, and then you can kind of see this is the General Motors headquarters. I got this lip liner from Jones Road. It's a brown brownish fall lip liner, and it goes perfectly with the lipstick I have on, and I have my fall scarf. And I found this shirt at a discount at Tommy Hilfiger. See the little Tommy logo? It's really nice and stretchy. This is from Uniqlo, which is also like so nice because it takes me a long time to find like jackets that I really like. It's actually taking so long. Okay, something is seriously wrong with my maps because now it's like as soon as I cross the border, it's like, oh, you're only 25 minutes away. We're almost to the cider mill. It's like 2 minutes away. My friends are pulling in because I was checking the WhatsApp group while I was kind of stuck in traffic waiting for this red light. And it looks like parking is going to be like really stuffed, so let's see. We'll find a parking spot, and then I want to get some really crisp apples, and maybe like a light orange and like a normal bright orange pumpkin. There's so many different types, and I got a bunch. All of these.